Hi, I'm Shannon with Itsy Bitsy Book Bits, and here's what readers are saying about The Moon Gift by Anders Roseberg. The Moon Gift, a Moon Festival tale by Anders Rosenberg, is a sweet children's storybook with a cute and touching story, which also imparts some lessons in compassion, kindness, selflessness, friendship, and culture along the way. Using the classic Chinese folktale of the Moon Gift as the inspiration behind this retelling, we follow fox, monkey, otter, and rabbit as they all strive to earn the Jade Emperor's offered reward. And so this little adventure begins. The author weaves a beautiful story that shows us that anyone and everyone is capable of doing great things, while also honoring Rabbit's kindness and compassionate sacrifice. The book also includes activities like making mooncakes and also shows and teaches the different phases of the moon. Happy reading! That review came from Angela on Goodreads. Here is what Betty Cetus had to say on Goodreads. This was an amazing story of selfless compassion in this retelling of a Chinese folktale. I loved the build-up as the story followed the gifts that Fox, Otter, and Monkey found to give the old man. I have to admit, I even teared up a little when Rabbit offered her gift. The illustrations were wonderful, and I loved the nighttime palette. It was so appropriate for the mood and setting. I did think the text font was a little small, but then my eyes are getting old. I also enjoyed the educational value for teachers introducing Chinese myths and culture to their students. The illustrations of the phases of the moon is a great teaching tool. I also enjoyed the information about mooncakes and their cultural significance at the end of the book. I highly recommend this story to teachers, homeschoolers, and parents or grandparents looking for the next bedtime story. Our next review comes from DB Pretty in Pink on BookBub. Four friends, Fox, Otter, Monkey, and Rabbit, receive a heavenly glowing message from the Jade Emperor one evening while they are out walking. Whoever can prove themselves to be the kindest and most compassionate will receive a gift, to be remembered and adored for eternity. What follows is the friends proving their kindness and empathy by helping feed a poor, starving man. This is an absolutely beautiful tale about empathy, kindness, and giving selflessly. Roseberg magically brings a Chinese folktale to life, and the art, gosh, it is just stunning. Chang creates such beautiful illustrations that really add so much to the tale. This is a perfect book for children between the ages of 4 and 13, and my little niece thought this was absolutely delightful. I would recommend this as a gift for any young child, a perfect bedtime story. I also love the add ons at the end about what the circle symbolizes and the bit about mooncakes. Honestly, this is just a beautiful and absolute pleasure to read. This one comes from H.G. San Diego on Amazon. A poignant classic Chinese folktale of selflessness, sacrifice, and compassion. When the kind animals are challenged with an offering of a mysterious gift by the Jade Emperor, their willingness to help a human stranger comes from the heart and not by any promise of reward. We learn that giving of yourself does not depend on size, strength, or agility. The story's message is universal, and I enjoyed learning about the Moon Festival and its symbolism. I will share this story with my granddaughter when she's older. The illustrations are beautifully orchestrated, true to the story's night setting. I think the story is best suited for children 7 years and up. Our last review today comes from Mimi Hart on Amazon. I absolutely loved so many things about this book. The illustrations are enchanting in black and white, creating an artistic, moonlit cast. The folktale is engaging, and I kept reading with page turning curiosity. The overall message of kindness and selflessness is important. I also enjoyed learning about the Chinese and Taiwanese cultural components, the Mid Autumn Festival, circle symbolism, and mooncakes. This is an all around beautiful book, artful, educational, multicultural, and touching. I give it 5+ stars. Thanks so much for tuning in to see what readers are saying about The Moon Gift by Anders Roseberg. See you next time.